Good morning, my brothers. It is October 19th, 2020. Brothers, the Cowboys have zero excuses today. Zero excuses. We have all the tools to beat the Arizona Cardinals tonight in Arlington, Texas. We have all of the tools to win this game today. Brothers, Ezekiel Elliott needs to dominate. I'm gonna read something to you guys. The Arizona Cardinals defense is allowing 126 rushing yards per game and 4.5 yards per attempt. That's the only thing I need to read. We have Ezekiel Elliott, the richest running back in the NFL. He hasn't had a 100-yard game yet, but that was because we've been playing catch-up all these fucking games. We've been throwing the ball like crazy. We haven't been balanced. Last week, we looked somewhat balanced. This week, we need to get back on track by feeding Zeke. With Dak out now, with Andy Dalton having his first start, you need to acclimate Andy Dalton with the run. Bring him into the fold. Make his transition into the starting lineup easy. Feed Ezekiel Elliott the rock. I understand our offensive line is subpar. You know what's crazy? I don't think a lot of people watch the Cowboys this season because everybody assumes that the Cowboys' offensive line is still good like in previous years. Brothers, our offensive line is absolute garbage. Okay, we have a lot of second, third string players in there. We've suffered some injuries. Travis Frederick retired. Our offensive line is it's in shambles. But the reason why I say run the ball is because it is a lot easier for any offensive lineman to run block than it is to pass block. It is much easier to run block than it is to pass block. Let me say this one more time. It is easier to run block than it is to pass block. So no matter who you got on that line, they're going to have a much easier time run blocking. We have no excuses. We have the tools to beat the Cardinals. Pound it with Zeke. I just read to you. Let me read this again to you guys. The Arizona Cardinals are allowing 126 rushing yards per game and 4.5 yards per attempt. Ezekiel Elliott needs to be fed. The offensive line needs a break. Let them run block for a change. And also, when you dominate with the run, your defense who was highly suspect, our defense is highly suspect. You keep them off the field and you keep them fresh. So when they get in there, they're not gassed out. They're not demoralized. They're ready to go. And that gives and when you crush the opposing team with the run and you demoralize them, you force them into bad mistakes. They're going to be forcing the ball. Kyler Murray is going to be forcing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins, to his other weapons. And that gives our D-line, Aldon Smith, D-Law, Everson Griffin, it gives them a chance to get at the quarterback today. Brothers, we have no excuse. Football isn't easy, but it's simple. Football isn't easy, but it's simple. Brothers, we have no excuses. Andy Dalton will not make as many mistakes because we're going to reel in his passing attempts. All we need him to do is manage the game and make crucial throws when we call upon him to do so. That's it. That's it. Ezekiel Elliott needs to dominate this game. This offensive line needs to dominate this game. Hold on to the ball, control time of possession, and keep your defense off the field. Keep them fresh. We're playing in Arlington. We have everything in our favor. We should win this game. And if we lose, I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear about the refs. I don't want to hear about the defense, the injuries, nothing. If we lose this game today, it is based on coaching. Because we have the recipe for success. We have the necessary tools to win this game. Ezekiel Elliott, I admit, isn't a spring chicken like his rookie season. But damn it, he can still hammer the fuck out of you. And he's still in the top 10 in rushing yards. Still in the top 10. Still in the top 10. He has what it takes to control and dominate this game. And the thing is, if the Arizona Cardinals want to stack the box, go ahead. If you want to force Andy Dalton to pass by stacking the box, go ahead. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, all fucking day. And I trust Andy Dalton to make those throws. We have no excuse. None. We should win this game. I honestly believe we will win the game. And when we do, I'm going to be like, we should have done this all season long. This is the Cowboys' time to separate from the rest of the NFC East muck. This is the time for the Cowboys to separate from this garbage of a division. It is time. The Eagles are 1-4-1. The Redskins and Giants, they're both 1-5. Those teams are absolute fucking garbage. The Cowboys, I understand they're not great, but separate from that shit. Separate. Be the golden trash bag in the dumpster. Separate. This is our time. This is our time. And we have what it takes. D-Law came to life last week. I need him to do it again. We got what it takes, brothers. We got what it takes. I'll catch y'all later. Let's see what happens tonight.